How's everybody doing today? All right? All right. It's good afternoon to the faculty, staff, alumni, parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, and of course, the amazing class of 2018. It's an honor and privilege to be able to speak in front of all of you today. And when it was announced that I'll be one of the student speakers, the question I received the most was, what are you going to be speaking about? Now, if anybody knows me, knows I can go on for days with different ideas. So ultimately, I didn't know. I thought about talking about us as 1Ls flabbergasted in our first semester courses, or how many days we suffocated, buried in stress and anxiety, or how we were able to form a bond as we navigated our way through the trenches we call law school. But then I would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to be a mouthpiece for justice, to speak for the ones we have chosen to mute, for the ones knocking on the door of opportunity but goes unanswered, for the ones who have lost hope. Now, when we talk about injustice, it's important that we recognize the many communities that consistently suffer from injustice. So it would be irresponsible of me not to address the women. Particularly, I want to shout out the women of our class. We're the first class since 2000 to have a majority of women. Yeah. And I'm truly honored to have witnessed a group of fierce, intelligent, strong, and beautiful women preparing themselves to take over the world. Maya Angelou said that God puts a rainbow in the clouds so that each of us, in the most dreariest and most dreaded moments, can see a possibility of hope. I can honestly say that on the cloudiest days, which seem like every day in law school, you all have been that rainbow for me. And I know it seems like the rest of the world may not see your value, the nurturers of the world, the godly figures you are that delivers life from one world to this one. So I want to take this opportunity and let's pay homage to the women warriors that were on the front lines protesting the Dakota pipeline. Let's acknowledge the bravery of the Me Too movement. And let's celebrate for the women who founded the Black Lives Matter movement. I believe that when we truly respect and value women, true prosperity will be found. I think Tupac explained this concept best, so in his spirit, I say you are appreciated and keep your head up. Now, in today's society, innovation is a key term used by many people. It's what educators, scientists, and other professionals work to incorporate in their work products. But I think we can do a better job in incorporating this quality on a social level. Now, I recognize that there are people out there fighting the good fight, but we need more people to join. Because we live in a society where we can go to the moon and back, but still have an exception to slavery. In the age of information, we choose to be ignorant, too quick to follow ideology, then take heed to wisdom. In the age of technology, where we've created laptops, televisions, wireless internet, game consoles, tools that allow people to maintain connections, but when we think socially, we continue to build barriers. We've created Jim Crow laws, truth and sentencing laws, private schools, and even private prisons. We've managed to create weapons that can destroy the earth and everyone on it, but can't manage to create a system that ensures everyone has quality food to eat. It's important that we remember the words of Frederick Douglass when he said, "Where justice is denied, where poverty is enforced, where ignorance prevails, and where any one class is made to feel that society is an organized conspiracy to rob, oppress, and degrade them, neither persons nor property will be safe." Now, in Wisconsin, we know it's one of the worst states for racial inequality. It's a state where 4 in 10 black kids are growing up in poverty. It's a state where higher rates of incarceration, unemployment, and disenfranchisement plague people of color and hinder their progress. And I understand that it's hard to recognize and understand the roles that we play and how we can even make a difference. But even in those difficult times, we cannot afford to lose hope, but must rather bask in it. I'm sure the movers and shakers of the civil rights movement had many days of lost hope, but in the name of justice, they pursued and prevailed. This lets me know that justice is not only possible, it's attainable. And we are those agents of change, class of 2018, which is why I'm excited to celebrate the founding of Law and Advocacy for Racial Justice here at this law school. So shout out to the team. Now, when several law students and I created LAARJ, that's our shortened name, We recognize the racial inequality that persists in this state, and we set out to make a difference. A state where incarceration is not prioritized over education. A state where the dreamers can keep dreaming. And a state where justice is prioritized over finality. Now, as we move forward into our career paths, I know you all will continue to be the warriors of justice that you are. So as you move forward, know that the road of justice is not for the faint at heart. In a world that thrives on power and oppression, we must stay strong in the face of pressurizing fear. Martin Luther King Jr. said it best. He said that human progress is neither automatic nor inevitable, and that every step toward the goal of justice requires suffering, struggle, and sacrifice. So in order to create the change we wish to see in this world, know that there will be some struggle, there will be some sacrifice, and there will be some suffering. For the leaders of justice don't go where the path is made, but rather make a path of their own. And know that on this path you will encounter enemies, hate, deception, and violence. But in the face of these enemies, you must remember to use your helmet of knowledge, your shield of love, and your sword of justice, and know that you will fight tirelessly. So rest if you must, but don't you quit, for the evils of this world are continuous. Therefore, so should our fight for love, justice, and peace. As Brian Stevenson said, I got a little bit more. As Brian Stevenson said, the moral arc of this universe bends at the elbow of justice. So I say smile in the face of your enemies, for you know the day of justice is soon to come. Class of 2018, I love you all. Continue to be great, and let's make a difference.